Oh my gosh. Okay. I think we're live. I feel like Taylor in
Oh my
freaking
God,
the
yay! I
Miss
love it.
Americana, Miss Lesbiana, where she's like, ready, totally ready, don't have dead face. That's how I feel
Oh
right
my
now.
God, stop. You're a professional. We
And I
got
have
this.
my. Anyways, hey guys, can you hear me? Are
Hi.
we loud? Is the audio working? Let me know of any technological issues immediately because I've never done this and I'm nervous and I feel like a hoe.
I hope so.
So
And apologies in advance for all the random noises and bullshit. I'm at the gym right now, so yeah, there might be some echo.
period. Yes, that's on brand. He has to be in shape so he can be a whore. Now hold on, let me just see.
Let
I'm
me
like
see what I
literally
look
about to
like.
start shaking. I am so weird. This is like too gay introvertedness. Hold on.
Yeah, come on. Why are you tripping?
Okay. Yeah, we're fine. So as you
We
can
Gucci?
see, Eric's picture is Jabba for certain reasons,
Well, that's
which
why
we
I'm
will
at
get
the
into
gym.
later. Oh my gosh. Newly, how dare you not be able to stay? He can't because he's at the gym. He's probably, yeah, Eric being a himbo, period. Per.
Later, I'll show my face. Promise. I promise. I don't look like my icon photo right now.
Okay. I will catch the replay unless if I take it down because I say too much or accidentally flash my social security card or
Oh my
if I
God.
actually like if Eric doxes me or
Shut the fuck
if I
up.
accidentally drop somebody's name I didn't want to. I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong because Eric is an extroverted whore, and so this is when he can do it is when he's at the gym. Anyways,
Gosh, I'm
okay,
sorry, you
so
guys. Fuck.
now let's get started. Enough of all that gay shit. Welcome to my new show. We're rebranding on this channel. We have many brands, many personalities during this identity crisis of mine.
Love
But
it.
today's personality is the new show called Euphoria, which is a take on Euphoria. And today we're introducing gay Sydney Watson. And I feel like my audio is tripping. Let me know. I'm scared. I'm so scared of the technology, but I can always take my camera off. So let me know. Period. But I don't know. It's giving internet not working well vibes. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm
I
really
mean, I can
paranoid.
hear you and everything, and you're fine. I don't know if your audience can, but on my end, you're totally fine. So, gym and everything, like, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, period. I think it sounds fine. I think Lisa said it's good.
Yeah, you're good. Like I said, I can hear you on my end. So, yeah,
Okay.
let's
Yeah,
get
we're good.
into it.
Okay. Anyway, introducing Gay Sydney Watson. So I want you to say, Eric, why do I call you Gay Sydney Watson? Do you know?
Gosh, well, if I am correct, apparently I'm GSW because though I may be an Enneagram 3 gay American, apparently inside I am a straight Australian 5 woman. And I just live a very atheist slash poor lifestyle. And apparently it lines up with her. So that is why I am GSW. You know, once a whore, nothing more, never forgive, never forget. And that's on period. So
Well,
that's, yeah.
basically, Eric is the crazy, the fabled, the the mythical atheisty conservative or right winger. So I call him Gay Sydney Watson because he has a lot of the same views as Sydney. And, he gets around. He's better known for the things he does on the mattress, as Taylor would say.
Look, all of that is gonna go over my head. I am not a Swiftie, okay?
I don't
Like,
care. We're
I'm
keeping
not
it
gonna
on
fucking.
brand, okay?
I don't know your
Anyway,
references.
my only identity is that I'm a Swiftie right now. That's all I have to hold on to. So,
Mm,
anyways,
mm.
so let me ask you, let's ask the beautiful question. What is it like being a conservative atheisty?
Oh gosh, what is it like? Well, it's very fucking weird because
Uh-oh, I'm hitting some technological issues. Oh my God, they're silencing you. Oh no.
One of us. He's one of us. He's an SJW, like, period.
Hold on. Period. You're thing went out for a second. What happened? What'd you say?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. I should talk like that to match my icon. Anyways, so, no, what I was saying is that it's weird. It's hard because I live in LA, Los Angeles, like, that's SJW Central. You know that. You're from here with your Cali accent. You can't fool nobody. And I mean, apparently Lisa, but not everybody else.
Oh my God.
But anyways, no, it's just hard because I go out to the bars and they all start talking and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, trans this. They're like, gay rights this, gay rights that. And I'm like, no. And then they're like, oh, what did you say? And they start tripping because I have like certain things I don't believe in. And I feel like they just expect me to agree with a lot of things. And I don't know if this shocks like your viewers or your listeners or whatever, other people, but like certain things, for example, not related to like gayness is like abortion. Like, you would think a huge four is for it, but at the end of the day, I'm not. Like, that's just one of the things I don't agree with them.
Oh no.
Like,
oh no. Oh, okay. My audio's tripping.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me just take off I'm nervous. I'm going to take off my camera. Let me see if I can turn off my camera.
Why are you nervous? Like, see? Ugh, my thing just went big and it's so ugly. Lonely, I'm so lonely, got nobody on my own. Gosh, it says I'm live, but there's not much living right now going on. Well, this is it. I guess I've been abandoned. Left all alone in a full gym right now.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Literally, I went to hell and I saw all the atheists there days, and then I came back. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Left me all alone in a full gym for like 2 minutes.
Sorry. I was trying to remove my camera and then it just like self-deleted me. And I'm like, okay, fine, damn.
Oh, I know. I saw my icon go full screen and I was like, ew.
Lisa says that I am 100% more femme talking to Eric than it is when he's talking to me. I feel like this is because Alex is the man in our relationship and the woman in this one. Because I would be complex. I love that. I would be cool. Anyways.
I love that.
No, I would not be the alpha type, unfortunately. We can get into that another moment. With my identity crisis, as you can see, I'm
that's another IT issue.
Yeah, too many. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Period facts. I know that's right. Okay, so what is your lifestyle like? So the show is called Euphoria. Why is it called Euphoria?
I guess because I shamelessly do what I want, and I guess post.
And you're your own God.
Oh yeah, I believe in myself. I'm calling myself God. So
you worship yourself, right?
Apparently to the Mariannes that have tried to challenge me over my atheism, yes, because I believe everything that happens to me is my own fault or blessing, and they're like, so you're God. So you agree, like, and I'm just like, what? Like, no.
You do realize that Sydney, she had those fights when she was on You're Here with Elijah. I don't have a code name for him. His name's Elijah. and they worked together. And then she eventually did a lawsuit, which, reminds me of something else you might be doing. May or may not be speculation.
Well, I don't know. All these Mariannes try to hold me to like a higher power. And I'm just like, I don't believe in a higher power. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, I don't really have any morals. I have like 2 or 3, and it's just like, what am I answering to? Like, I'm not answering to your whatever the fuck it is you answer to, especially not the SJW religion. So,
Oh gosh, that's true. Yeah, I always found that interesting. I remember I heard this one atheisty guy. He was like a libertarian, cringetarian type, but he was like, all these atheists out here being state theists. And he was like, I don't get it. They worship the state, blah, blah, blah. And he like got all extra. But I think he like deleted his channel because he was too offensive or whatever. And that was like way back in the day. But anyways, okay, period. I guess we can segue into the next thing since I totally ruined the beginning of this, which we love my horrific technology skills.
Technical difficulties, it's okay.
So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to cover a little bit of tea, I guess, but not too much tea. But I want to ask Eric first and foremost, the question that everybody's wondering, but why haven't you started an OF then? If you're Miss Atheistana, then why not OF? What's your reason?
Because as a true whore, I just give it up for free. Just go to my Instagram and you'll see my ass plastered on there. No, but for real. No. I just don't do it because like even though I post like stupid stories or I'm like butt naked and like I show myself getting waxed by my waxer and I put a sticker over my butthole and all that, it's like you're not actually seeing it, it's just like it's still censored and it's like I don't know, to me I'm just like I'm not giving it up all the way. Sure I do when the camera is off and I'm like sleeping with randoms or my ex, but like like not like on camera. And to me, I'm like, I don't know, that's just too far because then I really do feel like, don't get me wrong, horror is definitely my reputation, but it's like, I feel like once I go to OF and actually have videos of me online, getting like, gangbangs or having a train pulled on me or whatever, or like, shoving everything up my ass, it's just like, I really do feel like once a whore, nothing more will apply. And like, the traces will just be there, like on the internet forever and ever. And it's like with these photos, true. I don't care because it's like they're just photos, dude. I'm not doing anything. Like I get naked at the locker room at the gym when I need to shower. Like I don't care. Nudity like that doesn't bother me. It's just more like spreading the cheeks for the camera or like actually doing sexual acts. I'm like, that's too far. I'm just like, I don't know if I'd ever want to do that because, like I said, obviously I do that, but like. I don't know. I do it because I want to, not like for a price, It's just like, it's something I truly enjoy. And it's like, and I don't want to make that a career because like, I wouldn't dedicate myself to it. So I wouldn't do good. So I feel like I'd bar myself from certain career options. And I wouldn't even make money like that because it's not something I truly want to do. It'd be like a fast cash grab. But what even is a fast cash grab? Like, ooh, I made $500 this month. Like, no, it's not worth it,
Right. Yeah, I mean, so we can get into my horrific stalking that I do, and I'm just kidding. But so as you guys know, I'm obsessed with this. Shut up, Eric. There's this gay SM artist that I'm obsessed with, and I took a deep dive. Dr. Riz, that's what we're gonna call him. I'm pretty sure he's still a 3, and I only know he's a 3 because and we're talking about Enneagram, but I looked into, like, I was thinking he was a 6 for a minute, but then I looked at his OF, and I didn't buy it. That's a line I will not cross. I've always said at the off shot that I could ever be with Dr. Riz, which I know is somewhat delusional, and we don't need to get into that. I understand, but at the off shot, I will never be one of those hoes in his OF, and I have been hella tempted. I have been really wanting to do it. He started in 2020. I know like exactly when he started it. I know everything about it, but I've never joined it. And so basically, because I was like, that's just too hoish, and I'm not doing it, period. And so I looked at it last night. I took a deep dive, and my Enneagram 5, and I'm not even 5, but that 5 wing, it was on check, and I was researching. I read all of his captions over literally, like, I think it was almost 4 years, and I read all of them, but he had to start over in 2020 or in 2021 because he got hacked. So he couldn't, like, um he had to start over because his OF got hacked. So I didn't see
Gosh.
everything, but I was looking at it, and it's, like, so weird to me because I don't know, like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, what do you think about, I guess, certain Enneagram 3s when they literally don't have, like, a sexual identity? Like, they don't have it's weird. It's like through half of his posts, he's talking about how submissive he is, and he's talking about how dominant he is, and he's talking about how he's into this and he's into that, and then he literally said on one of them, he's like, "I can be whatever you want me to be." Like, what do you think about that? Because I don't know if it's that great for, like, mental health reasons, which I know is so gay and Enneagram 4 to me to bring up, because you just brought up all the practical stuff, but do you think what do you think about the mental health aspect of that?
Um, I think it's, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird to be like, I can be whatever you want me to be, because obviously I'm a fucking 3, but like, I don't do that because I'm just like, like, I know what I like and I know what I don't like, you know? So it's just like, I don't know about this whole I can be what you want me to be. I don't think it's a healthy thing because it's like, what I like is not for everybody. Like, sure, I like being slapped here and there, I like being strangled a bit. Like, I like roughness and like
Oh my
aggression.
lord.
And it's just like, I'm into that. So I'm like, oh,
Sydney!
like, so like, it's like that WAP song from Cardi B, like, beat it up, ninja, catch a charge, I'm just like,
Oh
yeah,
my
like, beat
god.
it up. Like, that's fine. Like, I'm totally cool with that. But I do have limits, obviously, and like certain things I don't like. And even if like my partner were to enjoy those certain things, that brings me like no pleasure. And I'm just kind of like suffering, or I'm just kind of like this. I'm just waiting for it to be over. And I can't see that being good or healthy, because I'm like, that's not, and I mean things that actually like hurt, like not to be too raunchy, but like getting fisted, like that is just not
Ooh,
it. you
girl.
know, that's like,
There goes the monetization. Just kidding. I'm not even monetized. But anyway.
oops. But
Censor your language, Sydney. This isn't
look,
atheist world,
if I'm not
okay?
censoring myself right now, yelling this at the gym, I'm not gonna do it on this, okay? So, anyways, as I was saying to you and the people here, I do not like being fisted, okay? So, not here for
This
it.
is not atheist world. This is not your own God territory, okay? Calm
This
down.
is this is the Sydney show.
Oh
But
my
anyways,
god.
as I was saying, I don't think that's healthy. I really don't, because like to me, that's just like you're a blank slate. You're a rag doll, like like a
Yeah,
crash dummy of sorts, and it's like just do what you want with me. And I'm like, but do you really enjoy that? Is that really healthy? Because I think
right,
it's impossible for somebody to literally like anything and everything that will be
right.
done to them. So I'm just like, I don't agree with that. I think that's pretty bad, actually. And because, like I said, I've
Well,
done some things, and I'm
yeah.
like, ugh. So that's what I think of it.
Yeah, I think it's tough as far as like when you have, it's an unhealthy 3 thing to commodify yourself. And I feel like commodifying your body and your sexual life is extremely like caustic to the soul. Not to be too religious-y, but it's not, I mean in atheist terms, I don't think it would be the best for your mental health
For my
because it's
atheist health.
your atheist mental health. Just because like it's very like dehumanizing. Like you're dehumanizing yourself. And I think actual preferences, I'll try to censor myself a little bit, but I think those types of things, they're not necessarily our identity, but it's like a major aspect of your life in that sense. And I feel like to sell that and to just be whatever other people want you to be, and especially with me, I don't know why, but I think it's because with certain types of people, like I'm way overly invested. I've lusted after him for quite a few years, and I've watched everything he's ever posted, and I have a catalog. Like I do that with guys that I like. I can create a whole catalog in my brain. And so I can see like where he's lying, where it's not adding up. And I think it makes it really hard. And this goes into another aspect of doing the OF thing. I think it makes it really hard to date because I've seen him struggle with relationship after relationship and it just ends horribly, really fast. When he had his most recent boyfriend, I joked with some of my friends and I was like, he has a blank space, you know, and he'll write your name. Like, this isn't going to last. And literally, it ended within like a few months. I think it was pretty short. I think it was the shortest ever. And a lot of his boyfriends have also had OFs, and it's like weird. It's like they're dating, but they're collabing. Like, I just feel like that is so not going to work. And I think that it's just very seedy, and there's like a lack of character and a lot of that type of stuff. And I feel for him because I feel like he wants to be moral, or he has this desire, which he is an atheist as well. But I feel like he cares about some type of values, but it's like he just sells it out, sells himself up the river. And then it's like I hear how he's an alcoholic and he talks about how he's on antidepressant medication. And he talks about how he's so gutted when his breakups don't like, or when his breakups occur. And it's just like you see this string of like heartbreak over and over again. And I'm just like, ooh, like this is bad. And now he's in therapy, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, is OF really going to help with your therapy? Like, is that actually going to help you? You know what I'm saying? It just seems really dark because if the whole thing is you don't know who you are, like, I don't think getting that feedback from random guys that don't care about you is necessarily going to help with that.
Right. Well, also, I think that like these people that do OF and are actually in a relationship, whether their partner does it or doesn't, I think most of them do because I don't really see a regular person being okay with someone doing OF and like the other person
Right.
doing it. I think it doesn't help because a lot of the argument that I've seen from their end is that they want to say like, well, this is just physical, like it's not emotional. This is my job. We just fuck. And I'm like, well, in order to do that though, you have to like have a disconnect because sex is like there's feelings in that. It's hot, it's passionate, it's like there's a connection usually. Even if it's a dirty one, there's something there. But if you just treat it like as a transaction, like your income, it's like you have to kind of like train yourself to like just view it as physical. And I personally don't understand how like you don't carry that over to your partner when you have sex with them. I'm like, wouldn't that just become like, wouldn't you just be numb? Wouldn't that just purely be physical? Because you constantly have to like tell yourself like, this is nothing, this is nothing. And it's like, you're still doing the same act. I can't say I understand because I don't do OF and I don't do all that, but it's just like, that's what I imagine. I imagine it kind of like makes it so much harder for you to have a personal connection because it's just, if you do it so much, like, it's like anything. If you do it so much, doesn't it kind of lose like the specialness or like its value or the meaning, over time? Because these guys like that do OF, like the really successful ones anyway, they're constantly doing collabs. They're constantly flying, constantly having sex, and it's like okay, like after a while, don't you think that like even with them, even though sex is fun, like wouldn't you think it gets old after a while and you're just like, oh, like it becomes a drag? I don't know. Like, and I say that as someone, again, who hasn't done that or experienced it, but I do say it as someone who doesn't like porn. I don't like porn because I'm not into it. I don't get excited about the idea of touching myself. That's why I'm, such a fucking whore because I need to go online and be like, who's around, like, because I can't do this myself. But, that's just what I'm saying. Like after a while, it does get like maybe this ain't it anymore. Maybe this isn't so glamorous or fun. Like I would just assume it gets old after a while. And if that's your profession, I feel like unless they're smart with their money, I feel like they're pigeonholed into that career. And it's just like, oof, you got to keep doing it if you don't want to go broke or if you want to keep making money,
Yeah, I noticed too, because I'm crazy. I stalked the whole thing, and I think too I was like kind of like Maya-ing from Degrassi, like where she was researching all this dark stuff, and it was like keeping her up at night, and she like like I was kind of having a Enneagram 5 Maya deep research looking at death and like really dark stuff. And I was just looking at every single post and I could see like how all the likes were so much higher a few years ago and they're so much lower now. And I'm just like, that would probably like affect his self-esteem to be getting less likes, or maybe he's lost people and all this stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's hard enough to feel secure in your body and stuff normally, but like when you commodify it and you make it your income, that is just really scarring. That is really difficult. And I don't know. It's like, I don't think that a lot of people realize how, I don't know, that weighs really heavily. Like it's a very intense thing to put yourself through. And I get it, like Enneagram 3s, they don't have strong feelings and stuff, but I think that it still probably affects, at least subconsciously. Like that's really a lot to do.
Well,
Very emotionally intense.
I say it's hard for like them, especially, and even celebrities at some point, because like while it may not be their personal identity, I'm sure it does mess with them because that becomes the public's view slash identity of them. If all you're known for is your body, your looks, nobody cares really what you think or what you feel. It's obviously all visual. If you're an LF creator, first things first, how do you look? Oh my gosh, like what can you do? Like it's not really about like, oh my gosh, yeah, this person's so funny, or oh my god, I love what they say. Like, no, shut up. Like that's not true. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying that it can go deeper. I'm just saying like that is not the first thing people
Yeah.
are there for or looking for. It's all
That's only
visual,
if
it's
you're
all aesthetic.
that's only if you're a stalker like me and you've been watching him forever and I have a cardigan moment and I'm like, "I knew you," and, like, I remember him. Been watching him since 2018, back when he had a soul and a personality and an identity. Ironically, before he came out. And after he came out, his identity became gay, and he basically became like a human algorithm of what it is to be gay, which is just a bunch of BS and trashy degeneracy. I hate to say it, but I know that sounds very Marianne from Easy A, but I
Ooh, I
gotta be
know you have your
Marianne
headband
today.
on.
I
Shit.
do. I'm not Ree today. I'm Marianne. Definitely Marianne when I'm on this topic. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I liked him the way he was before. You know, I mean, you've heard me talk about him for years. Like I talked about how his values, he just sold him out. He just like lost his whole identity. And why do you think a lot of gay men give up their entire identity after they come out?
Oh gosh. I feel like it's just like a lot of, I don't know if it's because they're like trapped in, or I guess it depends on every scenario, obviously, but I don't know if a lot of them it's because they're trapped in the closet and like, it's like when they come out, it's like they're trying to make up for the lost time and like teenager mindset. Like with teenagers and like young people, it's just like they follow the stupidest trends or like some of the dumbest things, which I mean, I only say that because I did, So it's like I was all about it being dumb and whatever. And I just feel like mainstream gay is very dumb because it's like, what is it just to be super bitchy, super catty, be into drag, what, like start wearing
Yeah,
crop
he
tops
does
in your
that.
nails? It's
Which
like the
he was
most
never into
basic.
drag before, and now he was. Yeah, I mean everything, every trend you can think of, he's done it. He's done
And
it.
it's like, yeah, and it bothers me because it doesn't bother me if you genuinely like. I don't care. I'm fine if someone likes drag genuinely. I personally don't. Like I said, I got my gay card revoked when they're like, "Do you watch drag?" And because of my older brother, I was just like, I'm not really into cars, so like, no, I'm not into drag racing, you know." And like, and they're just like, they looked at me like I was fucking crazy and I was the problem. They're like, no, drag like RuPaul. And I was like, oh, I don't give a fuck about that. So like even more negative points on
I
mine,
know.
like,
I
but
think RuPaul is like it's becoming more of a straight thing, to be honest. Like I feel like it's more of a straight people thing. I feel like it's straight people talking to me about it because What a lot of people don't realize is when you're gay, you just want to see hot guys. Like that's what it's about. And it's like drag is not sexy at all. It's like really a huge turnoff, actually. It kind of disgusts me. Like if I want to see a beautiful woman, I'll watch a beautiful woman. I don't need to see that. I don't understand it. And
I
it's
don't
like, I get
either.
it if
Yeah, I
it's your
told you.
thing,
I'm
but
like,
yeah.
sorry, call me homophobic, but like if I want to see like girls being super catty and extra, I'm gonna watch Bad Girls Club. You know, I want to see that. I want to see bitches actually throw hands or something. Like none of this like you're a boy, and I'm like you're all boys. Ugh, like you know,
Yeah.
like ugh. But anyways,
It's just
I
kind of,
guess to answer the question, I guess it's what they feel like they need to be. And I get confused with it because they're not happy. It's like a lot of friends I've had that I told you, where it's like, I guess being gays, like one of the things is like, you know, like you said, degeneracy, you just sleep with everyone and everything, and you're just always like naked or whatever. And I've had friends that like I told you about where it's like they act like boys, they sleep with people, and they're not. Like it's not in them because they do that weird halfway thing, you know, where they try to trap them into a relationship.
it doesn't work.
And like, right. And I'm just like, why do you act like you're a whore and like want to sleep with everything? That's not who you are. And that's fine because I may be a whore, but I don't like advocate for it. Like, yeah, totally. Go fuck that stranger at the bar. Like, no, I just am because I am. Like, we are who we are, you know?
True.
So,
Well, I think too, even Dr. Riz, I think he wants a relationship. Like he wants something more committed because he keeps trying. And it's just like, but you're not like you're sabotaging yourself in a way. Like you're just setting it up to where you can't. Like when you start OF, it's like a huge barrier to actually having a relationship. Like I don't think people realize how much they're really giving up when you do that. And it's probably not even for that much money. I was trying to calculate based on likes, and I think the most he could be making is probably around, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'd say possibly around 1,000 a month.
oh
It's
my
not
God,
like,
that's not a lot.
no, no. And it might be lower now because he made a post about how he's broke. So he might have lost some people because he hasn't been keeping up his body as much and stuff. And that's, that's the,
$1,000? That's not worth it for me, the
that's at
social
a
cost.
peak.
And like,
Yeah.
the social cost, and like even like I said, the possible career cost that it costs too. I'm just like, gosh, I'm definitely not a Marianne. I'm not judgmental like that, but I still understand the impact it has from others' point of view. You know, like I'm not over here looking at OF people like, oh, you dirty sluts. Like I don't care about that, but I would never date like an active OF person
Hmm.
myself. I'd be like, not really about it. I'd be like, do your thing. Like I'm not judging you, but just don't involve me. You
Hmm.
know.
Yeah. So I'm going to share a comment. I'm going to see if I can do this. Okay. So Lisa says, there's also this weird thing with gay and trans people who think they have to do sex work to survive. This is actually prevalent in lefty circles. It's almost like sex work, we'll say brooming, we'll say Mirandaing. Okay.
Josh,
So
God,
what do you think of
true.
that? Where they say they have to do it to survive. Hi,
When
Layla,
they
by
say
the
they,
way. They have to do it like in lefty gay and trans circles, they say that you have to do SW to survive.
I don't think that's true. I don't like it. To me, I just view that as like, oh, like why do you believe that, or why would you promote that? I'm like, that's so destructive. That's so self-destructive to them. It's like, gosh, like you just really want them to be messed up or go down like a horrible like path or hole, because I'm just like,
Hmm.
what and why is that? And where is the truth in that? Like, why? Why would they even think that? I can't even understand why that thought is there. Like, because
Yeah, well, I think it's because it's like and a lot of people on the right do say it's kind of like a cult, and it kind of is, to be honest. That's not to say that there aren't cult like thoughts on the right, but a lot of times people go from very strict religious upbringings to the complete opposite. And sometimes it's even worse on the other end. So it's like, I don't really understand that. Like, for myself, I was very, into the evangelical side of things as a kid and as a young adult. But when I left, I was like, I want to be myself. Like, I want to think for myself and do what I want to do. And ever since, I have just been hellaciously attacked by the left, like way worse than the right has ever attacked me. And I get it. Like I always say, I do lean right, but it's like, I don't think being gay is wrong. I don't think having sex before marriage is wrong. Like, I don't believe certain things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, by Marianne's standards, I'm like a heathen, but I don't feel the need to start selling my body or going the complete opposite way. Like, it's really bizarre. I don't understand this like whiplash effect in America, especially where it's so strong. But it's like someone like, I almost said his name, someone like Dr. Riz, he didn't grow up in a religious upbringing, I don't think. I mean, he wasn't, he's in England. It's not really like that there. So it's like, why is he doing that then? There's no explanation other than a lack of identity. And there were posts where he's like posting pictures of himself at 18 when he was straight, quote unquote. And it's like, I could feel the bitterness when he's talking about it. It's so dark. It was such a dark thing. But that's why I've never subscribed to anybody on OF. I just feel like it's really dark. I don't know. And maybe especially now that I'm having more empathy, it's like I can see how insecure he is. I can see how desperate he is for approval and attention. And I just think it's such a toxic thing to do. And to make your
I just
whole
think,
identity your sexuality. It's just so horrible.
yeah, and I think it's sad because so many basic average gay guy that is just on the apps like you see on the streets or whatever, just an average guy, not a popular influencer, nothing like that, just a regular guy. They're always like, oh, like click my links below, and I'm talking about like, dating apps like Scruff or whatever, and like they advertise on there, and they're like, here's my LF, here's my Twitter, and obviously
Like,
Twitter, they have their videos of them
right.
getting like
It's weird.
cloud or everything, and I'm like, you're not even making like money like that. I'm like, first of all, in my humble opinion, I'm like, you're not even attractive, first of all. So, like, what money are you raking in?
Okay, Sydney.
So, sorry, not sorry, but I'm just like, what are you really making? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you're like 5'2" and like 210. Like, what? Um, but I guess my point is, it's just like, it's really affected, just like, stop it. It's just really affected like everybody and anybody, I guess, because again, these are not influencers, they're regular people, and I'm just like, why do you have an OF? Why are you showing
I
yourself getting
know.
clout on Twitter and all that? I'm like, dude, like
Desperate.
this is pretty sad to me, because again, it's like you're not doing any good for you. And I guess I'm confused, because again, you know I may be Nelly Furtado loose, but I'm just like, I don't know, how can you stay like looking for a relationship and you have like your Twitter link of you getting like 3 guys rotating on you? I'm like, I don't get that. I'm like, that's so weird and bizarre. And like, you know, I just think it's sad too, because like I said, it does limit career options, and also like it does bring harm mentally and emotionally, I believe anyway. Because I don't think anything good can come of it. Like, even the guys who are super successful at it and making good money, I'm like, I hope they're smart with it or doing something,
Mm-hmm.
financially good with it. But even them, emotionally and mentally, I'm like, how good can it be for them in the future? Because, like, I guess as guys, we can go a little longer. Maybe we can go up to our 50s, maybe, because there's the whole daddy category and all that. But I'm just wondering about the mental aspect of
Mm-hmm.
it and the emotional aspect. Like, what happens when you're done? Like, can you undo the potential damage you did?
Right.
Or are you just truly that cold, I guess, that it doesn't affect you? And even then, would that be a problem if you're truly that cold that it doesn't bother you? You know?
Right. I think there's a lot of like lies that go behind it. And there's a lot of people that they say this is liberating, or they say this is what you need to do or this is the logical next step. Like, there's a lot of this like dogma within being gay and within especially lefty gay circles, where it's like you must progress to this. This is a part of your sexual maturation, is to then become a porn star or whatever it is. Not really, but
Yeah.
it's like, why? Not everybody needs to see that.
Well, I don't know.
know.
These
It's
people
really
are
bizarre
weird.
to me.
It's the same people. These same people, again, like for whatever reason, I mean, Instagram's getting kind of wild, but my Facebook has been wild for a few years now because of that infamous mankini photo I posted that your grandma loved. But
Not the one where you were in New Orleans and the straw was up your ass?
the straw was not in my ass, okay? That just was the angle, but it wasn't there. I don't get drunk from my ass. Anyways, anyways, that's not the topic right now. Focus, Lexi. No, my point is like, because obviously I have a lot of messages and like they're like, "Where's your OF? Oh my god, do you have a Twitter link?" And I'm like, "No, like I'm just retarded. I'm just the free tease. Like I don't know what to tell you. I'm not actually gonna post myself up like that. Like I'm just GSW. You know, like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go all the way. But my point is like I have people like asking like, "Where's your OF?" Or "Oh my god, if you make one, I totally subscribe." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, because your $3 would really help me go far monthly." You know, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna make an OF. And then these are the same people, like a few years ago, that guy that messaged me when I told you about that I put like horism as my religion on Facebook and like Republican, and he's just like, remember he was just like a spiritual Republican in Torrance. He's like, either move out of California or kill yourself. Either will be fine with me.
Oh my god, I do remember that, but it's like, you put horism as your religion. That's not a religion.
And he called me a spiritual Republican. I mean, it was really funny. And like, whatever. I mean, like, I don't care about cyberbullying. I'm not like, that doesn't work on me. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, if anything, I liked all his comments and I was going to respond in a troll way, but he blocked me. And I was like, you fucker, you took my fun from me. Like, damn it. So, but I'm just like, ooh, like, are these the same people that like are quote unquote love and light and want what's best for you? And they're like starting OnlyFans. They totally subscribe, but then they're like, oh, spiritual Republican, why don't you kill yourself? I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, totally. Like, totally. This is the people I want to listen to and like follow their agenda or whatever they think is mainstream or appropriate or what they think we should be, you know?
Right. I think it's just very like, I don't know. It's just really cringy, but I don't know. To me, it was just very dark to go through all that. And of course I was interested because I am mentally a whore. And so I wanted to know everything and I wanted all the information I could possibly have. And that's the weird thing sometimes about being on the other side of a dynamic with a 3, where like you're the one with the crush on a 3, is there's ugly things about a 3. You know, it's not all dazzling and diamonds. A lot of it is darkness and very unpleasant things. And I had to like reflect. I had to reflect upon my crush. I was like, oh, the image is not real. It does not exist. Like Caddy Herring says, the limit does not exist. Neither does the image. And also, just as a last statement on Dr. Riz, you need to get a brand when it comes to schmorn. Okay, sweetie? Like, I do watch it, or I used to. I actually don't anymore because I got over it this year. I think because of certain hormonal things I've been going through, I'm not into it anymore. But I used to be an avid watcher, and you got to have a brand, sweetie. Like, just as a last statement on him, he can't be like, I'm sub, I'm dom, I'm this, I'm that, I'm into this, or I'm not into that. It's like, you can't be a little bit of everything. As Taylor says, a friend to all is a friend to none. And the same applies to schmorn. So that's my last piece of advice. That was my evil Enneagram 5 side speaking. The part of me that is like Sydney Watson saying that. Where's my Marianne
using
Forsyth?
Taylor Swift for schmorn talk.
Taylor would never, because of reputation, for the record. But I'll use 3 logic against another 3. I can weaponize 3ism. But anyways, so I guess for our last topic, Jabba. touch on some of the tea, some of the Charlie tea. So what is your perspective, ma'am?
First of all, it's vague. Secondly, look at my picture. But secondly, I told you, it doesn't make sense. It bothers me. It triggers me. You know, like, oh my gosh, my mental
No,
health
you
is
love
fucking
him. You love
ruined.
Charliqua. No, you're lying. You like Charlie because he's Aquarius. That's all you care about.
Only Aquarius females like Brandy, Paris, or Misha Barton. Let's not get it twisted. But anyways,
Or Lauren Conrad.
oh my God, Elsie, you know what you did. But anyways, forgot about Elsie. I love that bitch too. No, but no, it has me. It just irritates me because again, it was a long time ago, and I didn't think he'd hold on to it for so long. And it's like, ooh, such a bitter little man to hold on to it for quite a while over something that, like, again, to me, didn't seem like such a serious blowout between you two. And it just bothers me that he contradicts himself so much. Like I told you in the same video where it's like, we're not friends or we were never friends. But then you betrayed him. And I'm like, honey, that doesn't work. Like, only friends or someone close you care about betrays you. Like, the fuck? Like, you know, get it together, dude. And then I told you this before you made the video response or whatever, how he had me fucked up when he said in the video how he's just like, oh, yeah, like I'm out of his league, we're on the same level. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, out of your league? I'm like a 35-year-old crackhead that has no money, that works DoorDash, that only has a home because of his girlfriend who's 5'8"? Like, what? I'm like, what league is that? What league is that even? I'm just like, dude, like, and not that I'm up there and super glamorous and like levels away. Like, I could have my Jamie Lynn Spears any moment, you know? But Zoe 102, shout out, go watch it, y'all. It's a fun movie. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, yeah, go for it. You're good. Yeah, I'm not using them. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sorry, that was side note. I'm at the gym, remember? But anyways,
I'm waiting for someone to be like, I don't need to be a part of this conversation right now.
I hope they do. I hope they do say that to me. I'm ready, y'all. But anyways, no. I'm just saying, like, Charlie has me messed up with like his train of thought and everything.
What killed me about that whole thing, she was so funny. My mom asked me about it today. She's like, so what's going on with Charlie? I was like, he's flavor of the week. It's over, period. But I was like, but I'm going to talk about it with Eric because I want his extrovert horror perspective. But I basically was shocked that he actually used the like, I'm out of your league type of line. Like, I didn't necessarily think he was going to do that. And so when I talked to you about it before and you were like, he might try to say that or whatever. Like, I was really surprised you predicted that. That he did say it. So I had to come back right away. Because I had the 3 in my ear. I had that little earpiece where I could use the 3 insults and 3 talking points. Because you had already told me the talking points. Like, you knew he was going to say that. That was crazy.
Look, Alex, you're a 5 or wing 5, and you love to play these what if games with literally everything. I do too, but only with social settings. I don't go out of my way to play with everything else. I'm ready for every social argument. I'm like, do not fuck with me and my fucking Emma Roberts moon because I will come for you. So, because I'm crazy like that. But anyways, only socially though. I don't care about other scenarios.
You don't do tarot readings on how it would go if you dated somebody you've never met? Really?
No, see, I don't do all that. That's a bit much. I'm like, no. Like, I'd rather just go on a date with you and you tell me how you think clothes is non-binary, and that's why I'm never gonna talk to you again. You know? So yeah. I'd rather do that. But
you didn't like that.
No, I didn't. But anyways, no, it just, I don't know. Charlie just is so, I don't know. It's just, it bothers me when like you want to talk shit about somebody and say things to them, but then you contradict yourself in the same video or same 5 minutes. And I'm like, dude, like,
it's sloppy.
It's sloppy work. Yeah. And it's just like, dude, like, do it right or don't do it at all. And again, I'm really kind of shocked that his fans like still stand him and like, you know, believe him or just support him. I'm like, what? I'm like, you guys, I'm like, y'all are this stupid too? Like, what? You know?
I don't judge people when they can acknowledge that he's like wrong, clearly. Like, I think people can enjoy watching somebody even when they're wrong, you know what I mean? But it's like, if you're like, oh yeah, I stan him and he's totally on point, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, Delulu. That is Delulu. Like, no, that's insane. And I will forever appreciate that talking point because I don't usually attack people based on status, usually, because I don't think of that. But I guess he was because Reputation was his favorite album, so I guess he was trying to be a 3 that day.
Well, I
A
told
6
you.
now.
I told you. It's like he has the Kanye West ego, but at least Kanye West is Kanye West. Like, who is
True.
Charlie? Like,
Charlie is my Kanye forever. Hmm.
I made that bitch famous.
That's probably what he says.
Probably.
Well, according to Charlie, this whole channel is about him. But this is probably the last I'll talk about it. This is the last time I'll ever. I'm just kidding. But no, it's just it's some good tea, and I wanted to get your perspective on it for the peeps because it's just so like I don't know. Like, what do you think about the speculation of his sexuality? Because a lot of people have always said that he's gay and that he's not and whatever. What do you honestly think? What's your opinion?
Well, obviously, I told you, I only know what you told me from the stories, both in person and over the phone and all that, your experiences with him. I don't follow Charlie. I don't know shit about him, but from what you've told me, I'm like, he kind of is like that Hyolan Fruity song, So I'm just like, ooh.
Fruity? Light in the
Yeah.
loafers? Yeah, I mean.
But, no, but for real, like, I don't know if I can give him gay, but definitely bisexual, like I told you, at least I'm curious. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, people are not really that bothered when like, you're not into them. If you're not into them, or, again, to me, I'm like, it just confuses me a little bit, because I'm like, you either have such a huge, fragile ego that, like, if somebody doesn't like you, you are just, like, destroyed and you feel torn down and, like, you just can't accept it, or you're hiding something, suppressing something, or it just bothers you that he doesn't like you because you like him. It's like, which one really is it? Like, that's why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He gives me like, I might be something there,
What was really weird to me was just how he had somebody in mind. He was like, well, maybe if it was Machine Gun Kelly, maybe I'd be down. I was like, dude, you have someone in mind? I have never, ever seen a straight man have somebody in mind. That was wild. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Oh, right.
Like, I don't have a girl in mind that I would sleep with. I don't. I really don't. So, do you?
Oh, baby, tough low. I've been saying that.
Tough low. Oh my God, you're such a hoe.
Okay,
so let's see
put it on my face.
I like this comment from Celtic. Charlie gives gay closet sidewalk chalk vibes.
Ooh, I love
Charlie
that.
gives closeted gay sidewalk chalk vibes. Love that.
No, but you're
and
right.
We have the resident straight man, Sam. Sam says, I've never worried about a guy I met. I've never worried about if a guy I met 5+ years ago was into me, period. I mean, who
does?
That's
all true. That's all true. Unless you, like, there's, like I said, a little something there, whether it be some bisexuality or curiosity, like cool for the summer vibes with you, Because I'm just like, because again, like.
Not cool for the summer because it's not mutual. We're cold forever. Cold for the winter, never. No.
Shut up, Demetria. Anyways, no, my point is, like, again, like, the straight friends, the actual straight friends, not confused straight friends that I've had, actual straight friends, like, they don't worry about that or care about
that. We will
have
to get into that in the next episode. Anyways.
Oh my God. The furthest they'll go, I told you, they can just acknowledge when, like, an actor or something is handsome and just be like, yeah, that's a good looking dude. But that's as far as they'll go. They won't be like, yeah, I'd have sex with him, or like, no, they're just like, that's a good looking man. That's it, period.
Not someone in mind. So. That's too much. I mean, this is live. It was too much. It's like live betrays you, dude. It does. That was pretty wild. I mean, I've been watching Jay, who Charlie calls Jabba the Sloot. I was watching Solidarity for Java. No, I'm just kidding.
Justice for Java.
But Justice for Java.
Yes.
No, I've been watching her short. She's been posting some tea and stuff. So I'm still anxiously awaiting another stream of hers and more receipts and stuff. I mean, I know I'm petty, but look, I'm the one who's gay and like real about it and like sassy and gossipy and everything. So I'll be real about it.
Right.
So that's on period. But anyways, we're coming up on the hour. So do you have anything else you want to talk about, Gay Sydney Watson? Anything that has been left untouched?
I don't know. I kind of already spoken one I wanted to speak to.
Oh my God, wait. I have a question for you. This is for Sam. So if you were sleeping with a guy and he was into you putting your toes up his butt.
Okay.
Would you tell that story for an $100 super chat live on air?
Wait, am I like? Is this just like a hookup, or am I like dating this guy? Like actually?
No, this is like your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I would totally do it. Yeah. Yeah, I would totally. I would be like,
Gay Sydney Watson confirmed. Gay Sydney Watson absolutely confirmed. And what is the logic behind it? Please explain.
Well, obviously, we're in a relationship. I would never, because like if I do tell that, it's gonna go back to him, and obviously, I'd understand if he got mad and be like, "How could you?" Like, "Oh God, I don't want anybody to know about butt toes, toe butts, whatever." Like, So I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right. I got us fucked up on that part." And like I do seem like it, but I do have respect and acknowledge like privacy and all that stuff, whatever. But if he was my ex or someone I just hooked up with, I don't give a fuck about you anymore. I'm not one of those weird people that stays fucking friends with your exes. Like, no, like we're done, dude. Like I'm gonna say everything, and I'm not gonna hate on my ex because I also don't agree with that. Like I dated you for a reason. But no, I'm absolutely for $100 gonna tell people that I shoved my toes up your ass. Like, period. So. And gym people around me, I've never done that. So if anyone's listening, I've never
if any of the gay men around are listening, I haven't done it.
I've done other things with my feet, but not that.
Oh my God. Okay. That's all. So I hope it's understood now why I call him Gay Sydney Watson. I think we've made that very clear, but I think that's all we're going to talk about today. We'll do this again soon, hopefully next week, if Eric doesn't have too many plans, if he's not too much of a hoe, if he's not having sex with too many men at the same time, all day, every day, then
just
maybe we can do this
lifestyle.
Again.
Just living the gay lifestyle.
Pretty much, according to, whoever. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and we'll do this again. Hopefully it'll be less rough. It was really rough this time. Sorry, y'all. I'm learning. I'm becoming a new person. I have no identity anymore. And me and Eric's dynamic, the 3 helps the 4, even though the 4 should be helping the 3 with identity. My identity is now shattered and broken. So all I have is Taylor Swift lyrics and Eric.
Damn. Leave it to a 3 to pick up the 4 pieces.
Even though I should be helping the 3s in the world, I'm not, because I'm a Sivant, which that's my Halloween costume, even though Eric tells me, no, Alex, you're supposed to dress as something you're not for Halloween. So then what should I dress up as then?
I can't say it. It's too mean. But anyways.
Oh my God. Well, Eric is dressing up as an angel for Halloween, so that's clearly fake.
Well, yeah, but it's Halloween, duh.
Oh my God. Can you text it to me what you were going to say to me?
Of
so you can at least get my reaction?
Of course. I will.
Since I'm always going to have a reaction to everything as a fucking 4.
Sure, I won't be too mean because I have a reputation.
Oh my God. You're a fucking bitch. I almost said the C word. Oh my God. Okay. I had to that was ooh, I had to hold that back. Okay. Anyways, Gay Sydney Watson is signing off with Lexi from Euphoria. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what topics you want us to go into. Obviously, we'll talk a lot about gayness, whoreness. We can always talk about atheism. Eric's my resident atheist in my life.
And toes and butts.
We can avoid toes and butt questions, but I did have to ask that just for Sam. I had to. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and we'll be back soon. Again, I still got to work on some stuff. Remember, I am going to be doing a stream with Lisa actually on Halloween night. That'll be late. And
I'm still waiting to talk to Lisa on the three-way call. FYI, Lisa.
Oh, I can't hear you. The static is coming in. Sorry. No. No, as my Enneagram 5 side states, groups must never mix because it's evil if groups mix. It's wrong. Bot would understand. Bot would understand. Bot has my back. Bot has my back. But anyways, Lisa says me too. I said the same thing.
Gosh,
Anyways,
you're the problem, Alex.
Period. Facts. I know that's right. Etc. But thank you guys so much. We'll be back soon. I need to think of more topics and stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys again later. Have a good day, night, whatever. Period. I hope you get in a fight on one of these streams. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.